We're going to talk to Paul Jones, the father of Lachie, the little boy Lachlan Jones, who was drowned, sadly and tragically, in a council sewage pond, of all places, in Gore, 6 years ago. And the Coronial investigation that was complete and then published by the coroner Alexander Ho. I think I said James Ho. It's Alexander Ho, Chinese obviously of extraction. That will be, I have to say, was a stunning result on Friday, and we'll be talking to his dad in just a second. In fact, no, we'll go and talk to Paul Jones just now. Paul, welcome to the show. Lovely to have you on again. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Listen, you and I have talked before when you were in quest of this coronial investigation into the tragic death of your son.
Yep.
You have been arguing for a long, long time that the police investigations, both the first and the second, were deeply inadequate, and you've never really believed that your son died of drowning in that Gore sewage pond, have you?
No, definitely with no water in his lungs, it's hard to find how someone's drowned, so bit of a red flag there.
Yep, and you have quested for, and successfully, an extensive coronial investigation that led to Alexander Ho reading out his judgment on Friday. Can I ask, what was your immediate reaction? You were in the court at the time?
Yes, yep. I think all of us and all of our supporters felt vindicated for what he read out about the police investigation being shambles and embarrassing. So, but we already knew that when we went there. We fell well short of our expectations of what should have been done in a death like that, and embarrassing. And I think the people that were involved in that, I think the public should, if they've ever got dealings with those sort of people again, turn them away and tell them they're not up to the job.
There were two investigations. There was the first investigation when obviously Lachie lost his life. But there was a second one after that. Can you put some context to us, please, as to why the second one occurred?
Because the police admitted that they fell short in the first one, so they brought in a more senior officer, and with the CIB who's in charge of the local Southland Otago area, and he told us it was to be done by a homicide level, and then it fell dramatically short like the first one. All he's done was, and according to the coroner's findings on Friday, he's just covered it up for the police. It's just been one cover-up after another one. They've never showed any empathy for Lachie or myself or finding out the truth. It's just a total debacle.
Okay, now your lawyer made a series of, well, I won't say allegations, put a series of questions that essentially suggested of those, he asked Lachlan's mother, your former partner, Michelle Officer, and her two oldest sons, that they were involved potentially in the killing of the boy and storing his body in a freezer before dumping it, and devising fake alibis, as well as neglecting her son. Now, those propositions were put to Michelle Officer and her two sons, your then two stepsons, at the time. Is that where you want the police to continue to focus their next inquiry if they do launch a third?
Yeah, they've got to start at the basis where Lachie lived, and although I'm wrapped that Coroner Ho gave us a voice, I thought some of the inquest findings fell short of my expectations, and until the police done a proper job and it was complete, I thought he got it completely wrong, that he could exclude people, because people can't be excluded. He put a lot of weight on one witness who was known well to the family and to the new stepmother's best friends of the son, and I think he's forgotten that these were police witnesses, and the police interviewed them all before they went into his coronial hearing and led them into what they wanted to say, and that the one witness is adamant he's seen a wee boy in a yellow vest, but I think he's got it completely wrong of the time of death, because he's put too much weight on that witness, and that gives Lachie being alive a lot longer than we think he was, and he's run his coronial inquest on probabilities, and I'm saying that no one else other than any family member seen what have come forward or made statements at that inquest to say that Lachie walked past there, so I think it's more probable than not that he didn't walk past there, because no one else has come forward to see him. So I think he's got that but totally wrong.
Yeah, because just to explain to listeners as well, the coroner also said that he found no reliable evidence to support that anyone else was involved in the death of your son. But he was scathing of the police investigation, and he's ordered the death to be reinvestigated for a third time. Now, the suggestion that there was no reliable evidence to support it, would that surprise you, given that really he wasn't investigating from a homicide point of view? He was simply overseeing what had occurred?
Yeah, well, that's my point. But he has made it clear that because of his findings, he can't rule out a third party being involved. He's given reasons to exclude the mother, which we think is he's got it totally wrong, and he has admitted that in some circumstances the mother and the youngest stepson have lied under oath, and so.
Yes, to quote, just for people, Alexander Ho said, although the possibility of a third party cannot be absolutely excluded, it's difficult to disprove a negative. The proposition strains credulity and there's no evidence to support it. He also said he couldn't rule out the fact that Lachie had died of a head injury because the pathologist, who has interim name suppression, did not perform the full post-mortem examination that was directed by the duty coroner. Listen, that of itself would solve much of this problem if a pathologist had performed that full post-mortem examination, yes, in your view?
Oh, definitely. That's the first shortcoming, and that's the duty coroner's job. He ordered a full post-mortem, and it wasn't done. So that's the first real major hiccup, and the guy that did do it should have never touched my son. I'm ropeable. He said he done it for a favour for the mother. That's just ridiculous. I mean, he can have name suppression for as long as he wants, but I will be getting new legal advice, and I'll be coming for him because he's fell short of his duties, and he only wants name suppression because of. But he needs to come forward now and tell me what policeman stopped him, forced him into doing that procedure, because it's quite obvious to me that someone's pushed him into doing it.
Is it? Or is he just incompetent? Or alternatively, was he overwhelmed by a sense of compassion, do you think?
Well, he said he didn't want to do it, so why did he do it? He said he was incapable of doing it and didn't want to do children, so why did he do it? He needs to come forward. Someone pushed him into doing it. That's my view on the matter anyway, mate. So, yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Listen, I understand your concern and your upset on that matter still. Listen, the coroner also on Friday said that the police now are required to provide another report before January the 16th next year, and the findings are to be provided to the Independent Police Conduct Authority. What do you understand that report to be?